Basic materials that you'll need: wood glue, Gorilla Glue, or some sort of super glue, 3-inch screws at least or bigger, and a 1 3/4 inch wooden dowel. And you're going to want to do is a standard boil. You can find a bunch of videos on YouTube on how to do it. Anyway, get it down to its regular size. Then I ended up deciding on a 1 3/4 inch dowel because I wanted it to give it the most support and have the most contact on the skull when I went to go mount it in there. I tried some smaller size ones, and it seemed like the fatter the dowel, the better and more supportive it was going to be, because all your weight is hanging off of that. One important thing to mention right off the bat is you want to make sure that the mounting plate or board that you're going to have on the wall, that the widest antler doesn't go beyond that board. You need to make sure that when that's hanging on the wall, the antler won't be hitting it. So right off the bat, you need to make sure your dowel is long enough and it's going to keep your outside rack there, antler, out far enough. Once I did that, I decided I needed to drill holes in the end of the dowel to fit my screw. So pre-measure your screw, figure out what that is, and then go ahead and pre-drill your holes. I used 3-inch screws here, and once I had the screws locked in, I cut the tops off of them so that I had a point on the opposite end that I could use to put in the skull. I backed the screws out a little bit to what size I thought I would need, and then I figured out where I was going to mock and drill this hole into the skull. Again, you got to use your own judgment here on what size drill bit that you're going to need for the screw, but definitely pre-drill it. I didn't want the skull to crack, but you want to make sure it's a tight fit, so don't drill the hole too skinny either. Before securing it, I used lots of Gorilla Glue at all the contact points. Again, so they would not split. And then I used a smaller size screw here, and I screwed from the back side of the board through the dowel, and pulled it nice and tight. Then it was a matter of adjusting how I wanted the antlers to look and interact with each other before finally snugging down the screws in the back. After that, I went through and I put wood glue all on the gaps in between where the dowel was touching the back plate, just to make the antlers secure a little bit more. And the last step was to put some sort of mounting bracket on the back and a wire and hang it up.